Well, guys, today's news is probably the biggest news ever that has been released with regards to the express entry system for Canadian immigration. Now, ever since the express entry system was launched, today finally we are here with the news that pertains to this single change, which could change the face of express entry forever. What exactly are the changes that have been tabled so far, and what could you potentially see as the new face of express entry in the times to come? Please be tuned till the end. My name is Sahil. Guys, welcome back once again. My name is Sahil and I'm a regulated Canadian immigration consultant and I practice in Ontario. My office is here. If you have to get in touch with me, my number is on the screen and the details are there in the description box. More than happy to connect with you. Before we proceed any further, please make sure that you hit the subscribe button and the bell icon because we talk a lot about Canadian immigration. And if you are an aspirant of coming to Canada, then this is the channel that you must be subscribed to all the time. Alright guys, so first discussing what exactly is Bill C19. Now guys, this was tabled very recently in the month of April. This proposal was tabled in the month of April 2022 and this was essentially kept as a part of the financial budget which was recently introduced. Now what Bill C19 aims at doing is basically it wants to amend the IRPA, which is the Immigration, Refugee and Protection Act, and wants to give the immigration minister more authority, more control over which group of people the immigration minister wants to invite for PR. Just to be more clear, if this becomes a law, then the immigration minister will be able to select candidates for permanent residency based on certain groups. Prior to COVID, in the pre-COVID era, the draws used to happen based on CRS cutoff scores. For example, if 3,000 people were sitting above 480, then all of those candidates would receive an ITA and would then proceed on their journey for PR. Sitting today, if Bill C19 gets approved, if it becomes a law, then the immigration minister will be able to create certain groups. Now, these groups could be created based on occupations in demand and could be made on certain groups, communities, say for example, Francophone community, maybe groups of truck drivers, office admins, sales managers, and then the immigration minister could hold these group specific draws. For example, the immigration minister says that, okay, this particular month or this particular week, we want to invite, say, 1,000 truckers, 2,000 sales managers, 3,000 office admins, say 500, farmers. The officer, the immigration minister will have more authority, more autonomy over the kind of people that are invited or that will be invited in the future. Now, what IRCC addresses or what IRCC says is that this particular grouping or this particular control is meant for the immigration minister to address labor shortages really well, and this way they will be able to address the economy, the shortages of the economy really well. Now guys, personally what I particularly think is that this will take away the certainty within the system, and this will make the system more uncertain, more, I would say, the transparency will sort of go away. Because prior to COVID, people used to know that, okay, they have scored 500, very soon they will get an invitation. But if this Bill C19 gets approved, then that will go away. Although the recommendations in the committee, they clearly mark out that the IRCC will be introducing these groups in the starting of the year, so that throughout the year people will know that what kind of groups will be invited. But still, people will again be uncertain because what is the number of people being invited in each quota could be a question. When would the group be called out? That would still be a question, right? How many people again, whether the person would be targeted on a particular CRS score above or below, you would never know. So all of this will again be a sort of an uncertain situation. The second big drawback would be that stress within the applicants will grow and people will not be able to assess whether they are going to get their PRs or not. Right, as opposed to what used to be previously held, that all people above 500 or 480 or 490 would get a PR whenever the draw comes out, right? So that is going away. We don't know whether these particular draws will also be affected by any stakeholder, any industry, any public sentiment or not, because that can also affect a particular draw. So that can also affect the number of people being invited in a particular group. Well, these are just thoughts that I'm sharing. I'm sure the immigration minister and the immigration department strives to be more fair and much more just to everybody. But these are potential hazards these are potential risks that can revolve around the draws, right? So I personally think that these groups can be based on groups, say for example doctors, truckers, farmers, office admins, say occupations in demand, all those. And then the officer can invite, or the immigration minister can invite whomsoever he wants to, depending upon what is the requirement of the market ongoing. Guys, this is probably, I think, the biggest change ever since the express entry was launched in the year 2015. And this particular system is going to change the whole phase of express entry. Earlier people were only hell-bent on increasing their CRS scores, but as soon as this comes into picture, the whole game will change, right? So we are yet to see this change. The particular session is going on. It is supposed to be assessed in this session, and before the parliament recesses in the month of June 2022, we should have a final word on this, and we would know whether this is going to be a law or not. Let's see what the outcome is with regards to this particular proposal. We will keep you posted, and please be tuned till the till the new updates come in this particular situation. If you have anything to discuss, if you have a personal situation to discuss with me, please feel free to schedule a session, and I will be more than happy to speak to you. Once again, we wish you all the best, and we really hope to see you soon in Canada. All the best.